Viable, viable solution.
Viable solution.
Let me write it. Viable, como fiable. It's like a synonym for optimal.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you.
Well, I hope you find your solutions for your problems, and I hope everything gets well today.
Thank you, Jose.
Okay, well, you're welcome. Well, you're the only student today in this lesson, so we're gonna continue practicing more about the topic that we've been learning in the previous lesson. Well, do you have any questions before we start?
No, not at all.
Okay, not all. Okay, so do you remember which topic did we learn in our previous lesson?
Well, we learned a vocabulary with things at come. Also, we learned the order of the adjectives, the word order. The other thing that we learned was the pronouns, one and ones, and finally the words with ignore and warn.
Okay, excellent. Well, that was a very detailed explanation of what we learning. Well, as you mentioned, that we learned a vocabulary related to objects that you can find at home, the order of adjectives, and the 6 words that we learned. Okay, so today we're gonna continue practicing more about this topic of order of adjectives. Do you remember the specific order to describe an object?
Let me see. Well, the first one is opinion, then size, age, shape, color, origin, material, and finally purpose before the noun.
Okay, excellent, Edgar. Well, that's basically the main structure or the order of these adjectives. So today we're gonna practice with some pictures of different objects that you probably know. We have these objects. Can you see these activities?
Yep.
Okay, well, we have some objects, different objects here. For example, we have a clock, a motorbike, an airplane, some pair of boots, a house or a building, a laptop, among other different objects in this picture. Okay, so the purpose of this activity is for you to practice this specific order. Okay, so first we have this, let's practice with this one, with the clock. I like this alarm clock. And we have 3 different sentences with a different adjectives. So the thing that you have to do here is to choose the correct answer, taking into account the order of the adjectives. Which one do you think is the correct answer for this first exercise?
I think letter A, big, circular, new, and pink.
Okay, big, circular, new, pink. So here we are talking about the size, the shape, the age, and the color.
Okay. But I think it's a first. Oh no,
Yep,
it's
okay.
correct. Okay,
That's
sorry.
correct. Okay, the first one that you mentioned is correct. Big, circular, new, pink, alarm clock. Entonces estaríamos hablando, a mí me gusta este reloj circular, grande, nuevo y rosado. Okay, so that was the first activity. Then we have the second exercise. Which one do you think is the correct answer?
Incorrect?
The correct.
Okay. Motor large. Letter B.
Okay, letter B. Why do you think it's letter B?
Uh, because first use the age,
The age?
then oh no, but the large is the size. No passengers. No, 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 no. Large modern passenger. Large. I think it's letter A. Large
Okay,
modern and passenger.
that's correct. It's letter H. Remember that we start always with the size. In this case,
Yeah.
large, that is the size, modern, that is age, and passenger, that is the purpose. Okay, so the correct answer will be it's a large modern passenger plane. Okay, then we have the sentence number 3. I have bought a space motorbike. Which one do you think is the correct answer for this exercise?
Uh, Letter C. Beautiful, new, orange, and Italian.
Okay, beautiful, new, orange, and Italian. Okay, and that's correct. That's the correct answer for this exercise. I have bought a beautiful, new, orange, Italian motorbike. Okay, so let's do one more. Which one do you want to do?
Where would you want?
Okay, let's practice with this butterfly. Number 7. We saw a butterfly. Which one do you think is the correct answer?
Letter C. Beautiful, large, and multicolor.
Okay, what do you think is this the correct answer?
Because beautiful is an opinion, then large it's the size. Finally, multicolor.
Alia?
I think it's a color
Okay,
or it's a material. I'm not sure what it is.
multicolor. Okay, that's the correct answer that you mentioned, letter C. Multicolor is the color, in this case, the category color.
Okay.
Okay, so we saw a beautiful, large, multicolor butterfly. Okay, vimos una hermosa mariposa grande y multicolor. Okay, so, well, this exercise was for you to practice in this order. I know, and I can see that you have already learned this correct order. So, do you have any questions with it?
No, Jose, but I will ask you about the Recreo app
Yes,
because I didn't see the new exercises.
you didn't see it. Okay, okay. And which exercise are you right now?
Well, I done 36 exercises.
Okay, so I'm gonna ask about this platform, and I let you know via email. Is that okay for you?
Yeah, I'm fine.
Okay,
It's
so
okay.
I'm gonna ask Teacher Miguel today as soon as this lesson finish, and I let you know.
Okay, because this is a weekly homework, or how it is the process
Buen día.
or the
Yes.
schedule.
Well, the purpose of this platform is for you to continue practicing more about the topics that we are learning and during each lesson. And you have to do these activities. The objective of these activities is that as soon as this lesson finishes, and you can take, for example, 5 or 10 minutes to do these activities. Um, or you can take at least 10 minutes a day to do these activities. Um, you can do it every day, or you can choose a specific day to do all the activities, depending on how you busy you are.
All right. Okay. Thank you, sir.
You're welcome. Any other question?
No, not yet.
Okay, Edgar. So let's continue then. Well, today we're not gonna learn a new grammatical topic because we're gonna continue practicing more about. In this case, do you remember this type of activity that we did in our previous lesson?
Yep.
Okay, so in our previous lessons we did a similar activity to speak, and but with other topics. Today's topic is about house and home. Do you know the difference between house and home?
Uh, good question. Probably house is a possessive. Home is talk about general. I'm not sure.
Okay, that's you have the idea. The difference between these two words is that home it's like the building, you know, the building,
Okay. Okay.
the structure of the house. It has the living room, a bathroom, bedrooms, and all that. That's that's the house. Okay, sorry, house.
Home.
And home, it's like the group of people that live in. For example, your parents, your sisters, you.
Oh yeah.
That's home. Es hogar,
Okay.
hogar y casa. House,
Oh.
casa, home, es hogar. Okay, so we can say that house is the building and home is the group of people that live inside of the house.
Okay.
Can you notice the
It's
difference?
yeah. Uh, so when you use the word home, only used for the the people, the members, or you can use for things, stuffs.
Well, in general, you can use it to talk about the people that live inside the house. Okay, and when we are talking about the things that we have in the house, we use the word house. Okay, for example, as
Okay.
I mentioned, the living room, bedrooms, bathrooms, the kitchen, that's the house. And home is usually more related to with feelings, how you feel inside your house, your family, and all that sort of stuff.
Okay.
Okay,
Okay.
for
Thank you.
example, you're welcome. For example, if you want to say, I'm at home, estoy en casa, pero nos estamos refiriendo, estoy en el hogar, estoy con las personas que yo quiero. I'm at home. Y si decimos, I am in my house, podemos decir que estamos, por ejemplo, no sé, en el baño, en la cocina, en diferentes cuartos. Okay? Can you notice this difference?
Yeah. For example, if I want to use I'm of the house at at the bedroom the at the kitchen, or what is the order?
Okay, that's a good question. Can you still hear me?
Yep.
Okay, let me write it here. Can you see this word?
Yep.
Okay, for house, uh, home. We usually say at home,
Um,
and for house, we usually say in the house.
in the house. Okay.
In the house, but if we want to say estoy en mi cuarto, I in my bedroom, in the kitchen, in the living room. Okay, we use this preposition in
But we
for
don't
very
use
stuff.
the 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 phrase in the house in this example. For I am in my bedroom, because probably you just say implicit that you are in the house.
Sorry, it's sorry, I that's the opposite. Okay, we use sorry, I okay. Uh, is that okay?
Yep.
Well, como mencioné, at home lo utilizamos para a referirnos de alguna manera a las personas que viven dentro de la casa. El
Ah,
house es para más que nada el edificio, el cuarto, los cuartos que tenemos dentro de casa. Y para home siempre utilizamos esta preposición at, y con house utilizamos in. Si decimos I'm in the house, podemos decir que estamos en el bedroom, en el kitchen o living room. ¿Ok?
ok, entonces si quisiera decir estoy en mi casa en el baño, solo utilizaría estoy en el baño.
Yes, you can say I'm in my bathroom. In the
Ok,
bathroom. For
ok.
example,
Ah,
I'm in the bathroom. Okay?
oh, ok, ok.
So, any other question?
No, sir, thank you.
Okay. Let's continue. Good morning, Mohammed. How are you?
Good morning, Jose. Fine, fine, thank you. How about you?
Excellent. I'm fine. Thank you so much. I'm glad that you're also fine. Okay, so do you
Okay.
have any questions, Mohammed?
No, thank you.
Okay, we are practicing some vocabulary related to things at house and
Okay,
home.
okay.
Okay, so we're about to start this activity, and it's very similar to the same activities that we've done in the previous lessons. You have to choose a topic and you have to talk about it. Okay,
Okay.
so thank you, Benjamin. We're gonna start then with Edgar. Let's start with number one, Edgar. Talk about what you like about your house or apartment, please.
Uh, well, the most important thing that I like in my house is that uh, I don't deal with another neighborhoods. Obviously, the space is biggest than if you live in apartment. So probably that's the two things that I like in my house.
Okay, that's excellent. You don't have to deal with other people besides you live alone or you live with your family,
With my parents.
with your parents. Okay, well, that's good. Um, well, that's your own house or you are paying rent.
No, it's my parents' house.
Okay, your parents' house. Okay, excellent. Edgar, thank you so much. And Benjamin, the same question for you, the same topic. Talk about what you like about your house or apartment, please.
Okay. About my house, mm, I like my house because it's a quiet place. It's a good place for life. Not a very small site or place. My house is a little more big than the departments in the city, and only that.
Okay, thank you, Benjamin. You mentioned that your house is a very quiet place and that's why you like it. And also it's a bigger place.
Yes.
Okay, let's remember. Okay, thank you, Benjamin. You mentioned this phrase. Okay, remember that we have already seen this. Morbid. Do you know the correct word for this expression?
Mm, More big is bigger.
Más grande. Estoy refiriendo que tu casa es más grande, but we don't usually say more big. We say, Edgar, do you know?
Bigger.
Bigger. Okay, excellent, Hamid. We say
Okay.
bigger. We say bigger. We don't say more big. For example,
Okay.
if we remember that, si queremos decir más limpio, ¿cómo diríamos?
Cleaner.
Cleaner. Okay. Okay, and that's somehow the structure for this word, for this adjective. Okay, big, bigger, clean, cleaner. Si queremos decir más seguro,
Es, igual,
Please.
safer.
Okay, safer.
Sí.
Okay, but there is some words that we don't say like this. For example, si queremos decir más inteligente, ¿cómo diríamos?
Smarter.
Liver,
Okay, that's some options. But we can also say, in this case, we
more intelligent.
sorry, intelligent. In this case, we use the word more because it's a long adjective. With short adjectives like big, clean, safe, we usually change it to safer, cleaner, and bigger. But with adjectives that has many words in this case, many letters, we usually use this word, more intelligent. Okay, is that clear? Okay, so let's continue then. Okay, here it is. Okay, so let's continue with this second topic. Talk about things in your home you couldn't live without. Edgar, please.
It's a funny question because I think, in my personal opinion, the thing that I couldn't live without is the internet. If I don't have internet, probably I couldn't live in my house.
Okay, Edgar, that's funny to know, and that you couldn't live without the internet. I think everybody is now used to use the internet every day. That's like an everyday somehow object that we have to use to entertain ourselves. But is there any other object you couldn't live without?
Well, uh, a standard bedroom, with a good toilet. What else? Uh, uh, a kitchen with a stove. Um, Microwave, a refrigerator, a fridge. What else? Well, probably a TV.
Okay, those are some essential things at home. Okay, in your house. Well, excellent, Edgar. Thank you for sharing this. Okay, Benjamin, please the same question. Talk about things in your home you couldn't live without.
Maybe without the basic service, like water, electricity, and maybe is not as comfortable to live without a bed.
A bed. Okay, so you mentioned the water and the essential stuff. Water, electricity, and you also mentioned a bed, right?
Yes.
A bed. Okay, excellent, Benjamin. And do you think internet is important for you in your house?
Yes, but not this indispensable. Maybe for the work, but not for life.
Okay, just for work, not for your everyday life.
Yeah.
Okay, I understand this. Well, but when we were in the middle of the pandemic, do you think internet was necessary?
Uh, mm, Similar for work and study, but not completely necessary for life, for 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 have a good life.
Okay, excellent, Hamim. Thank you. So let's continue then with this third question or third topic. Talk about your dream house. Edgar, please.
Well, when I was a teenager, I I would like read architecture magazine. The name of this magazine is Intramuros. So I was passionate about the architecture. So one of my favorite architectures is a Nigerian guy. The structures that this guy made, it's absolutely amazing. So probably one of my dream house is have one of the designs that this architecture uh, made.
Okay, that's interesting to know, Edgar. Sorry, I think you. Okay, that's interesting, Edgar. I didn't know about this architecture, but I think it's interesting that you want a house like the ones that he usually does. Okay, so where do you prefer to live? In the city or outside the city? In this house?
Uh, well, also the design that I talked about before, it's in the middle of the forest. So the contrast with the house and the forest, it's amazing.
Okay, perfect. So you prefer more to live in quiet places, right?
Yeah, because as how can I say it? People that live in a big city center. I'm not sure.
Citizens?
City center.
Let me.
Um, because probably we used to live in the rush duties, and everything is more quickly. Uh, the noise is very annoying. People don't be nice with other uh, people. So I I found that people that live in not in a in a bigger cities uh, is one of the dreams to live in a big city, but it's not the thing that they believe that happens.
Okay, excellent. So do you think that there are advantages and disadvantages of living in a city, right?
Right. Absolutely. If you talk about, for example, uh, work, health, education, probably sometimes it could be better in city. But how can I say the healthy life for the persons? Uh, I think it's better in other in other states or in a small cities.
Okay, Edgar, I totally understand your point of why would you prefer to live in this case in the middle of the forest. So there are advantages of living in the city, as you mentioned. We can have different services like education, health, and all that sort of stuff. But living in a city also involves dealing with people that are not nice with other people, as you mentioned, right?
You're totally right.
Okay, Edgar, thank you so much for this description of your dream house. Okay, Benjamin, the same question, please. Can you talk about your dream house?
Yes, maybe a house with a nice garden in a place with a mild climate. It will not be an ostentous house, just comfortable in a quiet place.
Okay, you prefer a very like a normal house with a big garden, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so you like nature.
Yes.
Okay, so okay, if you like nature, do you like gardening?
Sorry.
Do you like gardening? Do you know gardening?
Jardín. So no.
Jardinería. Those?
Okay. No. Only the césped, el pasto,
Grass?
pero no no. Grass, pero no tanto jardines.
Okay, that's excellent. Well, if your dream house you happen to have this big garden, what would you do in this garden besides cutting the grass?
Only for stay with my family. I don't know, play football and stay stay in the garden only for talk for reunions or for eat.
Okay, excellent, Edgar. So you would like to have this garden in your house just to relax with your family, to spend time with
Yes.
them.
Yeah.
Okay, to play with your kids. Okay,
Yes.
excellent. That's nice. That's very nice. Okay, Benjamin. So far, guys, do you have any questions?
No.
Okay, Edgar.
No, I don't have.
Okay, guys. So we are running out of time. Can you please rejoin to the same link?
Yes.
Yep.
Okay, see you in a minute. Thank you. Okay, Edgar. Okay, and how many dogs you have? Just one?
Right now, just one. Yeah.
Just one. And
Just the schnauzer.
okay, excellent. And how old is it?
It has 8 years.
8 years. Okay,
Yeah.
so it's a dog. It's a male or female?
It's a male. The name of the schnauzer is Jack.
Jack. Okay,
Yeah.
excellent. That's a nice name for your pet. So this dog, this your pet, you consider it part of your family?
Obviously,
Oh,
it's
yeah.
like my son.
It's like your son. I understand. So do you usually play with your dog, or do you go
Yeah.
for walks?
Yeah. I have a rule. In the morning, I was running with Jesus. What is the pronoun?
If for animals, you
It.
usually use it, but some people tend to use the pronouns he or she, depending. For example, if it's part of your family, very close to your family, some people usually use. For example, if your dog is male, you can use he, but the correct
Okay.
pronoun to use it is it.
All right. Oh yeah. Well, but I was run in the morning with he, and at the end of the day, at night. So at least twice a day, I go walk with him.
Okay, excellent. That's good to know that guys, this activity is with you.
No, because right now it's a older older dog, so he's very lazy to run. The
So
only thing that he like is to smell the other dogs, probably barking with with people or other dogs.
So does he prefer to stay at home besides going with you?
Yeah, he
Okay, I
decided.
understand. Okay, so well, you mentioned this sentence. I go with him. Do you remember this sentence?
Yeah,
Well, in this case, we're using this pronoun
with
he
him.
to refer to your dog. Okay. Instead of he, we use him. Okay. To start the sentence, you can say he is. En este caso, sí estaría correcto utilizar este pronombre. Pero en este caso, aquí utilizamos este pronombre, que es otro tipo de pronombre, en este tipo de estructura. Okay. You can say I go with him or I go with it. I go with it es voy con él, es lo mismo, pero como te expliqué, usualmente a los animales, cuando se les considera parte de la or she.
Okay.
Okay, so excellent.
Thank you.
Talk with Benjamin. For Benjamin, we're talking about this topic, number 7. Talk about the best pets to keep in home. Do you have pets?
Yes,
Benjamin?
I have 2 pets, a dog and a cat. Talk about the best pets to keep in house. Yes, I like I prefer the dogs because it's more like friends. The dogs is good for play, for run, for for stay with with me. But the cat is more cold, more independent, and not play like a dog. The dog is more to play, to stay with the family and all that. And
Okay, excellent, Benjamin. Well, you mentioned that your dog is more friendly than your cat,
yes,
right? But so you can say this, it doesn't depend on me. On me.
yes, the cat it doesn't
It does.
depend on me.
So he prefers to do his things on his own,
Yes.
right? Okay, prefiere hacer sus cosas por sí mismo.
Así es.
Okay. Sí. Okay, we have this sentence. He prefers to do his things on his own. Prefiere hacer sus propias cosas por sí mismo.
Okay.
Okay. I was telling Edgar that you can use the pronouns he or she to talk about your pets. For example, si son muy cercanos a tu familia, los animales, puedes utilizar los pronombres él o ella para referirte a tus mascotas. En español usualmente utilizamos estos pronombres, él o ella. Mi perro, él es muy amigable. Mi gato, ella es muy amigable. Mi gata, por ejemplo. Pero en inglés usualmente se utiliza este pronombre, it, para referirnos a cosas o animales. Pero como les mencioné, podemos utilizar tanto el pronombre his o she para referirnos de ellos si son muy cercanos a nuestra familia.
Okay.
Okay, so what?
The cat is Ludovico, and
Ludovico.
The dog is Mallory, but I say always Gorda only because it's a pug, a little cat.
Okay, that's funny to know. Benjamin, thank you for sharing this with us. Okay. So at home, I have a pet that is a parrot. Do you know what is a parrot?
Ave?
Yep.
Yeah. Okay, it's an ave.
Okay.
So un loro. Okay. So he doesn't have. Well, he has a name, and I consider it part of my family too. His name is Ponty. So he has been with my family for almost 12 years. So he's a little bit old, but he's
How many
still
years
healthy.
that kind of parrot lives?
I was reading on the internet that this kind of pet usually lives approximately 50 years, but I don't know if that's true. 50 years.
Oh my God, it's a long.
Yeah, and I was also watching some videos about these animals, and yeah, some of them live like 30 years, depending on how good you take care of them.
Do you teach English English lessons to the parrot?
No, I usually speak with him in Spanish, but he doesn't speak so much. He only says some words, or he makes more noises than pronounced words. Okay, hace más ruidos que hablar, pero pues, ahí está.
Okay, sounds good.
Yeah, thank you. Well, so we only have 7 minutes before we finish with today's English lesson. We still have time to do one more topic. Okay. Okay, we have this number 15. Sorry. Talk about pros and cons of living in a motorhome. Do you know what is a motorhome?
Yeah,
Yeah.
a house in a truck or something like that.
Okay, es una autocaravana, podríamos decir. Can you please talk about this, Edgar, before we finish?
Well, one of my dreams that I have in all my life is have a motorhome because it's very common on the northwest of here in Mexico. There are a lot of that kind of motorhomes um, near to the beaches. So that well, the common people that use this kind of houses, it's older people, are retired people that they don't have any problems with the financial things. So the only thing that they could be care it's about take a relaxed days and relaxed life. And obviously, I found a comfortable life where probably I will uh, I will be a older guy.
Okay, thank you, Edgar, for sharing this. And you mentioned different characteristics or features that living in a motorhome has. Okay, one of them is that they are more comfortable somehow. So, is in your plans to have one of these in the future?
Yeah, absolutely. No. Well, my vision is not about if it's comfortable or not, but the thing that uh, well, the main purposes to buy this motorhome is you can travel around the well, not around the world, but at least around all the American continent or something like that.
Okay, I understand. Okay, so thanks for sharing this, Edgar. Okay, Benjamin, can you talk about this the same, please?
Yeah, yes, Jose. Maybe the good things is that you can live anywhere you want. The beach, the mountains, a lake, etc., etc. The bad things is that it's a small space and maybe a little uncomfortable to live in for a long time.
Okay, I understand. You mentioned that you can travel anywhere with this kind of motorhome. For example, you
Mhm.
mentioned the beach, the forest,
Mhm.
and also the mountains, right?
Yes,
And the cons that you mentioned is that it can be so comfortable because you won't have enough space, right?
yes.
Okay, excellent, guys. So basically, today's English lesson was about talking these topics related to home and house because that's the main topic for this week. So before we finish, do you guys have any questions about this topic or the topics that we have already learned?
No, it's
No,
okay.
so far.
Not so far, it's okay. So, okay, before we finish, I would like to remember to continue doing your activities and recreo. Edgar has told me that he has some problems with his account. I'm gonna ask Teacher Miguel, and I let you know, Edgar. Benjamin, do you have any questions?
No, thank you, thank you.
Okay, so Edgar, I let you know as soon as teacher Miguel replies to me about your account, right?
Yep, I appreciate that, Jose. Thank you.
Okay, don't worry, anytime. Okay, guys, so if you don't have any more questions, that'll be it for today. Thank you so much for being here. And I'll see you next week on Tuesday. I hope you have a nice and a relaxing weekend. Thank you so much.
Thank you,
You
guys.
too,
Have a
Jose.
nice weekend. Bye.
Thank you so much, guys.
Have a good weekend. Bye
Thank you
bye.
so much. Bye bye. Have fun.